Thanks for tapping in with 95 South TV, hosted by Icon Ian King J, bringing you the best news and media through the efforts of the community. We interview nonprofit organizations, business owners, school teachers, spiritual leaders, and anybody who has an impact in the community that has a remarkable backstory. These professionals that we bring on this show has a story that will wow you, that will knock your socks off. And with that being said, we want you to tune in, keep it locked. We want you to like, share, follow, and subscribe. Be a dedicated listener. Come in, and if you require to do an interview, you can definitely reach out to us at 95southpodcast@gmail.com. Thank
What's going on? What's going on? It's your boy, and we here on 95 South TV once again. First and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity to be able to come on here each and every week, to be on this great platform, to interview great people and have great discussions. So next, I got to introduce my right hand man, your baby mama's favorite host. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Voiceover himself, King Jacob. What's going on, family?
Man, it was a rough day today, man, but glad to be in the land of the living, man. God first, peace and blessings to all, and man, we here.
Mhm.
Okay, man. Today, man, we got a special group of people today, man. Like, hey, wait, we this is epic. You know what I'm saying? This is historic. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I got my man DJ Ace Grind from the Indianapolis area. You know what I'm saying? Holding down that whole Midwest, doing big things. You know what I'm saying? What's going on, family?
Not much, man. Another beautiful day. I'm just happy to be here and ready to get cracking with it.
Yeah, and then at the bottom of the screen on the right hand, man, we got Mr. New York himself. We got the national, international, you know what I'm saying, radio director worldwide. You know what I'm saying? No, everybody know this man. We got DJ Energetic in the building. What's going on, brother?
Man, let me just say something. It's an honor to be on this show, and my brother out there, DJ H Grind, killing it in the ones and twos last night. You know,
uh,
Yes,
man,
sir. Yes, sir.
appreciate it.
Yes, sir. So I'm gonna start with you, Ace Grind. So basically, just kind of still tell people like when you got started DJing, and basically kind of like what your backstory is throughout your career.
Man, well, how I first got started DJing through the somebody was gonna go throw some turntables away, and all they needed was a ground wire. So I said, "Let me take them," and I figured out what was going on. Um, this is back in '93.
mm,
Yeah, about 1993. My very first performance mix, it was me and my partner, and we had a little rap group. And I did a mix for our talent show. And at that point, DJ Ready Rock, Kimmy Kicks from Indianapolis, they took me under their wing, and we was had a mobile company called Network One. And so that was the beginning of pretty much of me training and my first branding myself under their wings also.
Okay. So energetic. So tell us your history because I know you got a crazy banana type history and where you got started, and you do a little bit of everything from DJing to rapping to writing to producing to everything. So kind of tell us your story.
so to let y'all know though, my father and my uncle, my dad's an MC, and my uncle was a DJ, and my uncle taught a couple of famous cats how to like, you know what I'm saying, DJ and stuff like that. Tyler Baby, and I remember trying to go on the table, and he was like, "Are you serious? You're not gonna touch that equipment, right?" And I said, "Hell yeah, I'm gonna touch it." So then I tried, and I go to scratch it, and I remember this clearly. The record thing went. My father, him, looked at me with this grin like this and went, "You better never touch that again, unless you learn how to do it."
So your
So
dad
to
dubbed
me,
Texas your ass
DJ,
then.
my uncle, my dad looked at me because first off, they looked at me and they said, "You better first off." If you want to learn how to DJ, we're gonna teach you, but your ass better be committed. And you know what I'm saying? Boom, my dad had a studio in the house. So the whole family, well, not the whole family, but my uncle and my father were really good at what they did when it came to like music and production and all that. And I was born and raised up with all of them, the whole family. I remember my uncle used to give me crew tapes, you know what I'm saying? And dad made me listen to shit, Sugar Hill Gang, Planet Rock. I could go down the list, man, because he said Zulu Nate. He said one day to be great, got to know where your history comes from.
Mhm.
That's something that he always taught me. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. The DJ that I really look up to is Red Alert.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah. So Jacob, you want to jump in real quick?
So I have a topic for this episode. The topic for these
Uh oh.
DJs is, what does the art of DJing mean to you?
Mm.
Ace, you can go first.
Man, truly, DJ saved my life. You know that song? It's true. DJ saved my life. It was either that or the streets. And I was just out in the streets at the time. But I love music more. At the time being, I was hanging with some local hits, and they was doing what they was doing. My tape that broke. I was too busy in my mixes. I wanted to make mixes, so the the whole thing with that, I bundled up my money and whatever I needed to buy, I bought and went and got that. And pretty, we kind of I fell off of that because I was too much into my music. And then, so the art of DJing really means everything. I love every style because you could, even if you don't like their style, you got to respect the person's style. Now, everybody don't have the same background. So they may not came up like you came up. They may not heard what you heard. So it's a difference every type of DJ. Hip hop DJ, R&B DJ, open format, EDM, blues, jazz, whatever. And I learned from an old school head that taught me, and he was working at the radio station forever. And he told me how to do this and do that. So yeah, the art of DJ is pretty much it means everything to me.
Okay, okay. DJ Energetic.
You know, watching the way that you can control an event, a moment, somebody looking at you and being like, "Damn, you just gave me a good day with a good mix." That's how I always looked at like when DJing. I always looked at DJing, even if to me, like he said, it did save my life because it made me think different. But the DJing thing made me really start realizing that I am the core of the reason why that people want to be heard. The me and Ace are the MC's voice. You know, that's how I look at it. Like we are a big part of hip hop because we are the voice
Yeah.
in music. But
Mhm.
it means it's just in my blood. Yeah, like every time I move my
All
finger,
right, so when
okay.
I can live it. So nowadays we see the DJs that don't really understand the artistry of DJing. You know, they don't really understand how to mix. They don't really understand how to switch on the turntable. I remember, being up in New York visiting my cousin in Crown Heights, and
Mhm.
Okay.
he said, "Man, let's let's go to this DJ battle." And I look over and I see Premier, I see DJ Whiteout, I see all these DJs Clue that I listen to their mixtapes. So and I see these guys put out these vinyls. You know what I mean? And I look now, I don't think the new age DJs can even spell vinyl. And so,
I'm a,
but I did notice that I've been hearing that the vinyls are really coming back, and the old head DJs are teaching the younger ones how to really work the vinyls. So, what do you think about DJs nowadays versus the DJs that you guys learned from?
Lazy. Lazy. Not ready to go to boot camp. Not ready to go to war. Can I give a great example? How many DJs do you know that could be called out now and they're not gonna freeze? Him, I know him. I know what's his name, Todd. But a lot of DJs, if you go, I'm from the battle era, the real battle era, the era where we didn't have a voice, where it was time to put that nitty gritty shit in and really push it out. Get it? That's why I get so annoyed when years ago it used to be 40 MCs lined up in one thing just to spit with different styles. DJs, 20 of them lined up to show that scratch. The reason why this generation is so boring is nobody takes their damn time to learn the history, to learn themselves in music, because music is a self-made thing. It should reflect from your life, not from something you see out in the freaking theater, out in TV, out in streaming. You have to become that person that you want to become in music. That's what music is missing. It's missing the life.
Yeah, I'm pretty much so.
I'm gonna say this
Okay.
about. I'm gonna say this about the art of DJing too. I feel like I grew up in an era like in the 80s and 90s, especially in the 90s when I used to be in my heavy club days back in North Carolina. And we had a couple of DJs in the area. I don't know if anybody knows EJ the DJ. You know what I'm saying? So EJ the DJ from the Carolinas, Slick T. You know what I'm saying? So we had a couple of DJs back in North Carolina where every time they showed up, or you seen them on a flyer on the bill, everybody was rushing to their parties. So,
Mm.
that another thing with about an artist DJ is those DJs that when you see them on the bill. I don't care who's there. All thing you care about what girls are going and who the DJ is. And I feel like that's a big a testament to the art of DJing when you know that particular DJ is gonna bring the crowd. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
that
Exactly.
has a big change. People name on flyers. I remember one time there was a promoter put my name all on the flyer. I said, "Man, you don't take me off that flyer, we're gonna have problems if I show up." Uh, but
Why's that?
artist DJ,
Wait,
DJ
why?
art.
Why
What's
is
the
that
way the
though?
way on the fly? Hey,
I want to hear this.
He had me on the
What? You want to
flyer
be on a flyer? What?
for the DJ, and I wasn't booked.
Let, let,
oh,
let,
okay. You
let's
said
hear
you
the
weren't
great.
booked.
Let's
Okay.
hear. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I got you. I got you. Okay. So
He's
so
got
so we
he's
going
got an
we gonna
excuse.
jump
He has
into
an excuse.
right. So we gonna jump into to a different DJ. We gonna jump into the personality DJ, the mixtape DJ, the club DJ, and the tour DJ, and the wedding, anniversary, birthday party type DJ.
Okay.
What's the difference?
Oh, the wedding DJs
What?
now,
There's so
I would
many
say,
different.
it used to be the club DJ. More than likely, the club DJ is more like what they say it's new era because there ain't no clubs around. Either a bar or a wedding or event. So that's why the comes down to the club. A lot of club DJs that went to wedding DJs and private events, corporate events.
You know what I see though, Ace? I don't see a lot of people blending more than they used to. Can you hear me?
Say it again, and Jet.
I don't. There's so many people that really don't blend anymore or catch blends anymore. And I always felt like a club DJ is the one that honestly was like the strong one that would always have to hit that blend harder than anything because he had to prove himself in front of a whole crowd. The tour DJ, I felt like already has the set. You know what I'm saying? So they already have the set. So they already have the setup and they already have the push. He already knows what he's gonna do. The hardest one I really do feel is the club DJ because the club DJ has to prove his sound in front of all these random damn people. When you do stuff in the tour, you already have all your setup. You already know what your drop's gonna be. You already know what you're gonna push. You already know you gotta. You really all you gotta do is make sure the artist is comfortable when you hit a set, and watch the artist come do his little thing. You already had that set. We're gonna do your little scratch. You're gonna say the artist, hey, stuff like that. But when you're in that freaking club, man, that club is a goddamn different freaking animal because you got drunk people around you like crazy. You got people telling you, I don't like that effing fucking record. Excuse me, I don't mean to curse. I don't like that record. And it just brings you into a whole different atmosphere when it comes to that. You know, weddings, it's easy. All I do is play, the love records, the R&B records, the ones that make them fall in love with each other, and they always give you a playlist. Like it's always a script. When you do clubs,
Mm-hmm.
you're out on your own on that one. You're out on the jungle on that one. So I'm gonna say club is the hardest.
Yeah.
Yeah, because even at the
So
I don't know
weddings,
about.
we
if it's
go ahead, huh?
Go ahead, Bob.
I was gonna say even at the weddings, if on a banquets, if somebody come up, especially the person that's paying for the banquet or whoever comes up to say, can you play, can you play a babyface song or can you play this Luther song? Man, you just gonna play it because it's at the banquets, at the wedding. You trying to keep the vibe going. They want to hear that song. You know what I mean, or whatever the case may be. And it's only what you might got 75 to 100 people there having a good time. So you're not really, as long as you're playing something that they can, that's not going to be offensive, or they can get on the dance floor and move around a little bit, then you're
You're right.
good. You know what I'm saying?
A,
Get your little check, go on.
wedding to me is the easiest because a wedding to me is everybody's already in a great mood. Everybody's so
Hmm.
happy to see each other. Everybody's sitting there, and it's always just okay. Just keep it for the wedding room. That's how you do it. Just keep the room going. Oh, let's play some old records. Play the electric slide. So a wedding to me is more family oriented. You know.
It,
So like a
it
lot of
is.
times the family play a couple family tracks, put a little bit of stuff in there. The reason why the club is one of the most hardest is because you're dealing with so many different strangers in one
Mhm.
place. And to
That's true.
me, you don't know. To me, you have to figure the crowd out first. So in the
Yeah.
technical aspect of that, and then after you figure the crowd out, it's smooth sailing.
Yeah. And then the wedding
Okay,
DJ,
okay.
first wedding DJ, after you play everything that you're supposed to play down the line, you might only get 2.5 hours of what keeping the party jumping. A
Yeah,
club is 6, whatever it is, that limit is 4 to 6 hours.
from beginning to end.
Right. From beginning
From
to end.
beginning to end, and that's how we say it. Um, But the tour's the easiest damn thing in the world, man. Everyone's like, oh no, no, it is, because you already have people. They don't give a damn that you're playing like all this boom, boom, boom type of music. They want to see the artist that's coming out. So you're just a
Right.
person filling out right now. They're on their phones. They ain't paying attention to shit. All you got to do is play the regular hits, and that's it. And everything that's out right now, and just blend. Put this person as famous, perfect. When your artist comes out now, you better have that show bumping before he comes out. Then he takes over. He kills the show. You don't ever, and I'm gonna say this again to people: you never, ever, ever, ladies and gentlemen, to rookies, cut off an artist and say, "Hey, your song's done." You will get
Hmm.
the worst spawn ever. And I'm saying that because I was on tour and an artist cut off a very famous rapper saying, "Oh man, this ain't your time's over." You know what happened to that man's career? Icon and King G.
Mm,
He was going off the tour the next day.
mm. And
Mm, mm.
remember, hey, now remember this before Jacob take back over. Remember the verses. Who verses was that when the DJ was playing like was playing all the new stuff and the crowd was getting mad because basically it was an old school crowd and he was
Because
playing a bunch of new stuff. I
the
Was
forgot
it
who
the
verses it
Migos?
was.
Was it the
after
Migos?
rap
Huh?
battle, it was
Migos
like
against
the
No,
Bulldogs?
no, no. That was DJ Casper.
DJ Casper. Okay.
okay, and
Yeah,
that
remember
comes back.
it was a big deal afterwards.
That was then that goes back between the difference of a mixtape DJ and a radio DJ. The radio DJ, you got to play what the PR. Um,
Tells you to play.
sometimes you got,
Over
yeah,
and direct.
to break the record. Now mixtape DJ is sort of the same way, but you got leeway of okay. I want to get this artist out there. I want to get Jim Jones. new song out there, and let me play this person down the block who just submitted down new song or whatever. So it's just it's almost the same way, but you got a little leeway.
Okay,
Listen,
okay, okay.
I love when he said mixtape
So
because mixtapes to me are the best thing, honestly, for a young artist. And the reason why, uh, if it can, one second, the reason why is I feel like a young artist, honestly, will appreciate that more because we get to really see the artist's versatility on a mixtape. Go
Yeah.
ahead, I can reply to that.
well, I'm a piggyback on what you just said. We wouldn't know who Jeezy was. We wouldn't know who Ti was. We wouldn't know who Young Gotti, Yo Gotti was. We wouldn't know who Young Dolph was if it wasn't for the mixtape era. I met
Facts.
um I met Young Dolph at the 107.9 birthday bash back in 2011, and 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 he was out there with 25,000 free mixtapes. I met Jeezy out in South Carolina at Mayfest, and he was passing out towels, wristbands, and had 50,000 mixtapes out there. And 2 weeks later, I see him on the video with Boys in the Hood.
Yeah.
So I just really think that really mixtape era. Um, some of our favorite artists got hot off the mixtape era because
Oh
a
yeah.
lot of
It definitely did.
a lot of them
50
didn't have
Cent,
deals. The
50
actually the
Cent
I
is
mixtape,
the biggest one.
definitely believe that.
yeah, and actually the mixtape era helped them get their deal.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? You know what's funny, real quick? I just thought about something, Jacob, and everybody. You know how we basically, we're blocked. We gonna put out a single, then an album. I just thought about it. I said for the hip hop artists that we sign, we should make all of them put out like one mixtape just to see how people gravitate to it before we even put out an album.
And
Right.
Absolutely.
You
that's
know
what I
what
was thinking
I
about
think
too.
that's the best promotion that somebody can get is through mixtapes.
All the
I'm saying?
DJs get together from block and we could do it like a mixtape series.
Yep.
But it could
Yep.
be
That's
all
right.
Yep.
free, whoever them out, and
That's right.
just
hmm
work it out. And that's my. I kept on thinking that after the battle last night. I'm like, this can go on. I see something.
Right. Right.
hmm
Right. Right. So Icon, DJ Ace, and energetic man, DJ Energetic. So when I personally submit music to you guys, how does the music that's being submitted or songs that's being submitted, how does an artist in his music pique your interest?
Say
I
something that we never heard before. I like to hear something that I just never heard before because to me it makes me go like, damn, that's a unique artist. That's something right there that the world like the thing is when somebody doesn't copy anybody's format and just speaks like music to me speaks on values. What that means is it's basically when they're different, I want to hear it. When it sounds like something I hear on the radio, I don't want to hear it. I'm gonna
yeah.
be
Yeah, and that's why I tell artists change up your BPM because I got a lot of stuff in the '60s, the '70s. Give me something different. But I will say, like that Jack, it went to automatic rotation. All right, and it's already been on one my other show on the Ville Radio on one of the mixes I did them for them. I was like, it went to automatic rotation. So it's like I always say, if it's hot, it's hot. Ain't no point in sleeping on music because I know a lot of DJs that do.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay, okay. And so for a DJ, how do you choose artists? And you say, well, I like your music, but there's something different that I see, and we should definitely work together. So how do you how do you choose an artist that you want to work with, that you want to kind of rock with this artist and help them rise to the top? Where like I was telling Energetic on the phone, I remember that era where the producer and the DJ, where the world knew both of them. So what I'm asking you, can we get that type of effort back where the world knows the DJ and the artist, and a label signs the DJ and the artist, or a production company signs the DJ and the artist?
Hmm. Um, it starts with relationship. Before the music, tell you the truth, because I could tell you artists that I work with, and they still work around me now. But it became a relationship, and then they'll send me a music. I'll give them a yay, nay, or whatever. And but I'll say my brother for instance, Cincinnati, Friday Great. And his brother Jace. We've been rocking together for years. We did parties together. We did clubs together. And but um, Jace, think he'll dip a dab in it. Pride, he's a battle rapper, and he's still making music. Uh, but when it comes down to music, he'll send me the stuff. Look, this is not even mixed or mastered. Let me know the topic. Let me know direction where I need to go. And that's kind of where it goes. Start to have that relationship. If I don't like it or I feel something's wrong, I gotta tell them something's wrong and forget about our friendship or whatever because this is it's the business.
Got it. Got it. And Jetty.
Chemistry, most important. I watch as a DJ, right? I watch as a DJ. So many people always try to fake the chemistry, but the public can see it. So the
Yep.
most important thing to me is the chemistry, is the way how the beat okay, I'll break it down real quick. Voice Watkins and everybody I've been sending you guys, right? With that little groove and that's chemistry.
Mhm.
That's been building up for almost 10 years. You
Hmm.
understand? So when a DJ can basically go, hey, wait a second, wait a second, yeah, we're gonna drop that record right there. Why? Because that's your sound. So when a DJ can find an artist's sound, it makes it much easier for the chemistry to come out. When the chemistry comes out, and the respect and the loyalty and the understanding of each other, the record starts going crazy because then the people know where to put it, how to put it, and do it. And a lot of DJs don't study. That's one thing I gotta say that messes up DJs and messes up artists. They don't sit down and they don't study. They don't know where an artist market can go. What is this hot? Everybody thinks that you're gonna just go on the BBSs, throw out a single, and the the data, whatever you're gonna call it, the analytics is gonna find out where your market is for you. Doesn't work like that.
I did. So Icon, you as the A&R, been in music management and as being a radio personality. So from the A&R perspective, what piques your interest where you want to A&R a whole project? When you go
Well,
when you gonna come to me, you gonna say, "Well, Jacob, I got this project I want to A&R. Just let me A&R this project. Let me put my magic on it, and we'll go through the listening session together after I A&R it, and then we'll present it to everybody on the block." That's what I'm getting at.
well, for me, it has to be an artist that excites me. For one, it got to be something I never heard before. Two, the content has to be on more of a positive level or a level that's gonna be have a movement, gonna move you like almost on a spiritual level. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Or have a certain impact. And it's one of those things. It's hard to explain, but like let's say if I'm at an open mic or a showcase or an event, and I see somebody on stage. So sometimes to me, I'm kind of like with Dirty when he was like, I want to see people in their element. I would rather see an artist on stage for the first time than hearing you sending me something. Because if I see you in an element on stage, then I got right then I get the full picture. So so let's just say for argument's sake, if I am listening to a song, and I've done this for my whole career, if I'm listening to your song and I can visualize the video in my head, then I have a hit record. If I don't even if I can't visualize the video, then it's to me it's like it's not doing nothing for me. So I look at it as being all right, cool, whatever, maybe some work, whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I do it. But so I'm very it's more one of those things. Like I said, I can't explain. what it is. It's just one of those things. When I see it and when I hear it, I
Hmm.
know. Oh yeah, I definitely want to work with this person.
Okay. And so guys, for as far as being a DJ, DJ Ace and DJ Energetic, man, what makes you know that with the right marketing behind the record, this is going to be a Billboard chart?
Uh, it's more like he said, when you hear certain songs, you know. But the one thing that can't happen, the DJ can't have much energy, more energy than the artist. Because
Okay.
we as DJs will go all out, play it, send it to people. And when I look at the artist not doing the same thing as it. So some songs may fall short because of that.
Hmm.
And I, and I know that for a fact. I'm like, man, this could have went, but your energy got to keep up and keep up the pattern.
All right. Energetic.
Hmm. Hmm.
I agree with him. Everything he's saying. The artists always make themselves fall short. See, they always try to give us the responsibility of breaking a record, not realizing even if we break the record in a certain state, certain city, that they need to sit down and they really need their push themselves to the limit because we're breaking the record. You should be doing like three or four, five shows, just running around, going there, putting out
Hmm.
flyers. The record is broken, brother. The record is being seen and heard on radio. But can I give you two really great example? There's two artists I worked with in the past that no one even knows their face but knows their song. You know how bad that is?
Hmm.
Because
Yeah.
Wow.
when you're going out and the public doesn't even know the product's face or the way that the product is, you're not getting
Hmm.
shows booked. You're getting overlooked because nobody knows you. They know the record, but they never saw you. So I tell everybody, I say, yo, artists is the most important thing is they need to see your image. They need to see your face. They don't see your face, your record's down the tube. And 2 to 5 years because no one's gonna remember who the hell you are, and they're gonna say that's a good record. Oh, such and such, bro. We never, you know what I'm saying? Then they look up the artist, they see who the artist is, and they can't even believe it. There was TikTok rappers I know that was walking down the block and a woman's playing a song, never seen the artist. So artists is if y'all listening, the most important thing is to be seen. I love your music. Your music is great, but your image talks more than your music because people have to see what you're
Hmm.
doing. That's it.
I've always said that. Icon.
Yeah. I mean, I already said, how I feel about that, but I would say this is that basically an artist shouldn't be like a football player. What I mean by this is like an NBA player. If you walked into in most like situations, I don't care where you at. If you could see the 12th man on the bench in a club, and you would know what team he played for, or that's such and such that played for the Hawks or for New York. But a football player, being that they always got their helmets on, you might see the best player on the team and not know who he is. You know what I'm saying? And if an artist is like that, where if they want, an artist should be able to should walk in Walmart, walk in the mall, it should get swamped. People should be running up to them saying, "Oh man, I heard your record." Blah blah blah. I seen a video on Instagram, and it was Big X the Plug. He was in a Walmart. He walked up to this kid and was saying, basically talking to him, and he was like, "Do you know who I am?" And he said, "No," or whatever. And he started trying to sing the song, and he was like, "No, I don't know what that is." So at the end of the day, that let me know that you're not as big as you think you are. And in this era, a lot of these artists think, for whatever reason, because of the social media fake numbers, or looked at as bigger than what they are. Like we talked about on the live one night, we were talking about Sexy Red, about who sold more records, her or Soldier Boy. And I said, there's nowhere in the world she sold more records than Soldier Boy or whatever. When she can't even sell out a club, and when the one guy said, when Big Six came over there and said, basically she was on an event where it was only 200 people there, but she got 2 million followers. Yeah, it's a problem. You know
So
what I
That's
mean?
so
uh,
another thing I want to say is I got a few young people that say, that they DJs. So
Mm.
what I did with them, and I'm an asshole sometimes, right? So just to let you know, that's when my Gemini side peak out, right? I said, you ever been to a DJ battle? They was like, no, they still do them. I said, I'm gonna pray for you, man. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make sure your mama take you to communion. You know what I mean? For real, for real. And he said what that means. So I pulled up the clip and sent him the clip from Juice when DJ Q went to their DJ battle. I said, man, just watch about 10 minutes of this. You know, this the type of DJ battle I'm talking about. I was like, so you live in Cherry Hill, New Jersey, and y'all don't have DJ battles. He was like, well, I ain't never been to one. I ain't never heard nobody promote one. So I say this to say this because I got a DJs on here tonight. What happened to the events when they had the DJ battles? At least,
Again,
at
everything
least
is
the six.
watered down
They,
because of technology. Oh, Ace,
yeah.
and Ace will agree with me. Everything is watered down because of technology. Years ago, you would have to take crates to a club, walk down there, take your equipment down there, and it meant something. And again, these kids don't have culture in them.
Yeah.
That's it.
And scratching is totally different on the controllers than it is on turntables. It's I don't know what, but it's totally different. So you got to find that spot where you're gonna put that scratch at. But they still got DJ battles. I don't remember exactly the name of them. You can put a whole bunch on YouTube. Certain places still got them, or
Yeah,
they'll
Let,
link
but
let
it
me
on
what
ask.
what
YouTube.
what 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 I'm saying, I remember when they used to have the annual New York DJ battle, the annual New Jersey DJ battle, the annual Atlanta DJ battle. I remember back in the day when they had the Ghost Town DJs throw the DJ battle. Like even the coalitions, like Fleet and the coalition DJs, the vertical DJs, the beast mode DJs, they don't have these DJ battles that's impressive where people can go see and be like, oh man, this is dope. I remember when spectators, I'm talking about people that you see on the street, hey boy, you going to the DJ battle? You know what I mean? And you be like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Because you know it was gonna be dope.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, King Jake. We used to just go the hell with this damn thing. We used to go to towns with the equipment just to go and battle people just for the hell of it. Go to house parties, and that's where the big battle would be. We didn't really pay attention to any of these clubs because they didn't want to get anything in that was so raw back in the day. And yeah, I do miss
Hmm.
that. I do miss the competition, but you're dealing with people that are not. I don't want to sound messed up. Oh hell with it. You're dealing with people that ain't DJs. You're dealing with people that just using a controller and run around. How many of the kids can you really put on vinyl?
And some of these people, and I sit there and watch YouTube. They do not touch the platters. They just button pushers. And then if they do touch the platters, it's like just to speed it up or slow it down.
Hold up, Ace. Did you say they are button pushers?
Yeah, they
Yeah,
button pushers.
I agree
So
with him.
so 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 anytime these young DJs that I know that don't know about the vinyl talk trash me icon, I'm gonna say, oh, you just a button pusher.
Yeah, because look, look at
Hey,
this.
hey,
Look at this, right?
well, explain this to me, y'all. So I
Right.
was watching this thing the other day with one of the goats, DJ Jazzy Jeff, and
Mm-hmm.
he was very animated about this. So I'm like, okay, I've never heard this terminology before, so I want y'all to explain it. When he said it, the new DJs get mad when they can't something with the sync button, and they get mad because the sync button ain't working right or something with that.
Because it
What does that
automatically
mean?
puts it in, they can't blend.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
Yeah,
gotcha,
the sync button is a tool, but you gotta know how to use it.
You
I
got to know
mean,
how to blend,
gotcha.
yeah.
right,
And first
Ace?
you gotta know how to blend.
You got to
So
know how to blend. The sync button gives them that laziness. So let me explain to you what it's. Let me explain to you, right? The sync button, ladies and gentlemen, right here, gives people their laziness. So the laziness doesn't mean because they're not catching it at a certain time. Like years ago, me and him, if he remembers this, you would have to wait for that one part to come in, and you better be taking this little thing right here, going down here, and putting it on the right spot. If you didn't do that, death.
Mm.
Yeah, we
Right or
didn't.
wrong, Ace?
Now you're right. You're right. You're right.
Yeah. So
It's,
I just want y'all to explain that to me because he was like, people, forget about the sync button. The crowd does not care about no doggone sync button. You
no,
know
they
what I'm
don't.
saying?
They don't. They don't know
So,
what you're using.
yeah.
This be the only DJs versus DJs. The only one that care about that. Now,
Okay.
I will
Okay.
say, when you make the sync obvious, say your stuff is 88 BPM, and you want to get to 115, that's obvious. So you just sync, change the beat real quick or real slow, depending on how you got your setup. So yeah, I mean, it depends. It's a tool. Use it like a
Yeah,
tool.
stop lying to him. It's a way for people who are damn well freaking lazy and lucky and privileged to have.
I know
Listen,
what I mean, but like with the fader, the buttons. Now,
yes,
before you walked away, I was telling about 88 BPM, and they want to go
yes.
to house music, 115 BPM.
I didn't mean to walk
All
away
right.
for a second. I
So,
just make sure wife is all right.
so fellas, we about to get off of here.
Oh,
Because I know I keep getting summons to it, the summons for Block Runners Live. So,
Yeah,
but we about to get off
Yeah.
anyway. But I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this. What we need to do. We need to do something before the year's out. Maybe around the holidays. Is do like a 4 hour something like DJ. You know, different DJs yourself. Ace energetic. Get a couple other DJs, and we just do a live DJ party all day. You know what I'm saying? With real DJs, just to kind of show how we do. We go on stream live, radio, whatever
a
our
lot of people will
platforms, and
start crying, Icon. You can't hurt
We
I'm
don't
just
nobody.
care.
saying. I'm just saying.
Guess what?
I'm
We
just saying.
we
That's the whole
don't care
point.
about that.
That's the whole point,
We
energetic. That's the
do
whole point.
not care. You
We
know,
trying to show you folks what it is.
if you're going to cry, go to the store and get some baby wipes and a pacifier. We do not care.
If you
I love
scared,
it.
go to church.
I'm not
You know
nervous.
what I'm
Listen,
saying?
again, the challenges is great. Everything is great when you hear real people that understand everything. He was trying to be nice. He was trying to be
Yeah,
nice, trying to give you the real dish. I'm gonna be cruel as hell because when you go to boot camp and you can't touch those goddamn turntables when you were a kid and you have to sit there and look at it, you better get your damn
yeah.
chance to never go.
But
That's
I'm
why.
not even talking about a battle. What I'm talking about is just real DJs coming on for like a maybe an all day
Oh
type
no
of
no no no
thing,
no. I know I know
and we
I know
just
what you
have
meant. My bad.
Just mix it.
yeah, and we
Just mix it.
show the people yeah, and whatever and show what it really was supposed to look like.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
absolutely,
Like we need to
absolutely. I
put
wasn't
something
even
together
talking about
like
the
that.
battles. I was just talking about our era time. I'm not
Yeah,
talking about
yeah,
battles. I'm talking about the reason why, and then I'm gonna end it like this: the reason why we have these generations of DJing artists is because everything looks so easy now. Back
it
then, it
is.
didn't look
It
easy at all. Like, how
no,
many of the dudes really want to sit there and lift freaking equipment up to go 200 blocks down the damn freaking block? How many It was people that had heart and people that love music, and that's how I'm gonna leave it.
is.
all
And
right.
we
Well,
All
I
had
right.
to
All
appreciate
right.
it. Go ahead,
we
go
had to
ahead.
train these things right here. These ears, they had to be trained.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate y'all coming on, giving us our time. Y'all, y'all family. So at the end of the day, we're gonna end up doing this again soon. But I just want y'all. I'm glad y'all came on. I was pleasantly surprised when it's supposed to be Ace, and then I heard energetic want to pop in. I said, "Oh, let brother come on in. Let's do it." So I appreciate you come
Yes,
on,
sir.
love. You know what I'm saying? And hey, let's see all these people at the top. That's all I got to say. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So y'all have a
Salute.
blessed night.
Salute.
Thank you,
Salute.
and thank you for
Salute.
having me. It's been a blessed working with you fellas, and thank you guys so much for giving me this interview. It was an honor, to be
Yes,
honest.
No
sir.
Yes,
doubt. No
sir.
doubt.
Salute.
Salute.
Thank you
Salute
all.
to you both.
Brown skinned girl, and she knew I was out to go and clear my mind. The girl